Cranky Kong, get it? Because he's cranking that bass.
Well,
Oh.
he doesn't like the bass. I'm gonna quote one of my heroes.
Get off my palm tree.
Real talk?
Hmm.
Dance? Don't mean shit to anybody.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Just quoting one of my heroes.
Thank you.
You kids know what I'm talking about.
94.
Yes, this year was born the same year as somebody.
As many somebodies.
God. Let's talk about 90s kids.
Do you remember silly bands? Those were like the early 2000s. I've already messed this up.
Oh!
Oh my god.
I almost pushed the wrong button.
I'm not thinking of silly bands. What did I mean to talk? Okay. Wasn't there an episode of George Lopez? Mexican.
Oh my god.
That's the joke.
Yeah, I know.
So...
Oh, come on. I think I just ruined it.
I want to redo that.
No.
I don't want to. Look at the butterfly, he flap. Oh.
Shut up, tell your story.
Okay. I don't like George Lopez. He gave me nightmares. Anyway. Freaking, I swear there was like an episode where Carmen got all these very chewable looking bracelets. They were like silicone or rubber. I don't know what they were. They were like plastic bracelets. But they look like rubber bands.
Yeah, I remember those.
Like oversized rubber bands. And they were all different colors. And I think it was on the news too. It was very weird.
It was. The news likes to play whenever there's like a war to cover up, they always play some dumb shitty news bit about some bullshit that doesn't exist.
You mean how they're like not... You know what? I'm not going to bring up constant things right now because it's really... I'm just irritated and...
We'll come back to that.
Super outdated. No, it's going to be outdated by the time...
Well, I mean, that like the idea of the news.
Okay.
Because I really want to talk about something.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, she was wearing like all the colors because they look nice. And then somebody was like, "Hey, George, did you know that those mean that sex?" And...
Well, no, the mom.
Oh, the mom?
Yeah, the mom.
Oh, yeah, because she goes to church and stuff.
She saw Carmen wearing the bracelets, and she was like, "Oh, those are cute." So she gets a bunch of them. She just wears them all.
Oh,
and then one day she comes in from the grocery store, and she's like,
she cuts them?
Well, yeah, she grabs some scissors, and then she goes for her wrist. So I was like, whoa. But, like, she's, like, cutting them off, and then she explains, like, the colors correspond to things you'll do with a boy.
Oh, yeah, like, the bagger was trying to be like, "Hey, you down?
Would you do purple with me?"
Yeah.
Because that's how people talk, you know.
Yes, this is real life.
Is this real life?
That show... It was funny, because they always tried to kind of tackle stuff that might have mattered.
Maybe.
But the hardest I ever saw them go... There's probably something to do with his boss that was actually, like, racist, but... The closest I saw, because they played this episode all the time, was the sleeping Mexican statue.
Oh my god, they did.
And I was just like, this is like a joke that my dad would tell to people who weren't listening. Like, what is this?
Depending on the context, it would either be a joke or a story of heroism. It would be like Max's shoes or George's shoes. The context would change.
Bruh.
Have I nailed that yet?
Yes.
I'm trying my best.
Don't get me wrong, you know, like what the hell is he doing?
He's panting. Let him be. Don't bully my friend. I used to run around like him all the time. Okay, because I was like way into Donkey Kong when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just hijack this situation from you for a
That's
sec.
fine. I have nothing else to say. I just don't like George Lopez anymore. It came on too much.
I really want to hear about the sleeping Mexican statue though.
That's it.
I used to run around like Rambi the Rhino a lot, and they would be like telling my teacher, like, I guess my teacher would be like, "He's running around at school like a monkey," but I guess she meant to say...
You fucked it!
I guess she meant to say that I was running around like a crazy little lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
And they were always like, "Are you running around at school like a monkey?" And I was like, "No. Do you want me to?"
Your sister still says that you were running around like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and that's wrong. It's not Donkey Kong. It's Rambi the Rhino.
But you don't have weird feet and legs that go at the same distance.
So it's just on all fours. Is this a thing? I don't remember. Well,
he's
see you,
dark
Rambo.
now. Goodbye.
Leave him to eat.
Good dance.
Yeah, used to do that too.
Do you remember when they started to run out of ideas and they got rid of the daughter character and replaced her with the niece?
Yeah, she wasn't even like a real niece. She was just some chick they pulled off the street, I think.
No, you always do this.
Wasn't she?
No, so they had the only chick they pulled off the street was like Carmen's friend. Cause
Oh,
they were like,
yeah.
you want to be a thought, then you gotta pay rent. And so she's like, fine. So she moves a crackhead in there and charges her rent, but
Whoops.
she's doing what she does. So it's like,
Uh-oh.
oh, see how hard it is, and
I don't remember whether or not. I think it's this one.
yeah. Also, I want to say these shows they always paint the kid that wants freedom as like a disgusting.
Yeah,
like,
they demonize teenagers hard on those like family comedies.
Yeah, but they don't actually show when people don't let you, spend 5 minutes after school.
It's always like, you need to understand that your values are wrong because they're not mine, and it's never black and white. It is always they're not mine, so they're wrong.
Well, but like I think it's the culture thing because my dad and his whole family have this mentality of like the proper like Mexican woman, I guess. So when she wanted to go out to parties, it's like that's not ladylike, and like they were just like, no, she needs to stay home and do what we say.
I gotta say though, he did have a joke that got me.
What was it?
She was like trying to be independent or whatever. They're gonna let her party, and then she was like just not cut out for it.
Yeah.
And then he's like consoling her. He's like, "Come on, Carmen. You don't have to do this. You don't have to live this life. You can be free in other ways. Or you can just come home and play with dolls until we all die."
Yeah.
Shit.
Like that. Was that when she was hanging out with the rapper in like Sacramento?
I think she was, I don't want to say Lil B, but she was hanging out with somebody.
Like P. Diddy or something?
P. Diddy, what?
I don't remember.
Damn it.
But they made a big joke because it was like a rapper that wasn't well known, but it was implied there was cocaine at this party, but because it was on Nick at Night, you couldn't really go that hard. Or ABC? Where did it originally?
I'm gonna say Nick at Night because it has that Nick at Night flair to it.
It wasn't an original Nick at Night show though.
I think it was.
No,
it might have been ABC or something.
Yeah, I think it was ABC.
It has that Bill Cosby flair.
Oops.
Bill.
That's what you get.
Can we stop talking about Bill Cosby now?
Yeah. I want to finish what I was saying about Carmen. So, here's the thing, right?
Well, okay.
And they do it in The Sopranos too, which I get. Like, it depends on what kind of story you're trying to tell, right? But these spoiled little shit kids that they're pushing for independence, but then parents who don't have shit kids look at their kids like, why are you a shit kid? And it's like, I'm not even asking for anything. I'm asking for, I don't know.
A dog.
I want to get 10 minutes past my bedtime.
Bum.
Yeah.
Got him. I believe the daughter in The Sopranos because she's a character, not what.
A caricature?
No, she's a character.
No, I know. She's a character, not a character.
Oh, I thought you. Oh.
Yeah.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Stop scaring me.
Oh.
I believe her because she's like a written character in a show. She takes elements that exist in teenagers and then she blows them up. The freaking like Carmen, she's like a poet. She's like an artist, right?
Yeah.
And she's like really not great at it. And eventually, I think she does get good at it eventually. But she has like really bad poetry, at the start at least. And they freaking like brutally make fun of her.
She's the Meg. She ceases to have any depth and character and becomes the butt of every joke.
I like Meg though.
No, well, it's Family Guy. They're allowed to have that because it's not meant to mean anything. But like that's the thing that bothers me about every time a George Lopez-esque kind of show tries to give something meaning, like, oh, we're gonna give you a big lesson. You bully this child.
Yeah. It's not like yeah.
When she left, I don't like. I guess she went to college or something, and then Angie's niece came over because the dad went to jail and the mom disappeared. But she's a little rich kid too, so it's like Carmen times 2. But this one, she had zero substance, and her whole thing was, I'm gonna use my body and my money to get ahead. And they're like, well, you don't have your money, so she's like, well, I'm gonna sleep with your boss. And
she has a cam show.
She has a cam show, and this is what irritated me was I don't. How old? She was old enough, right?
She was like grown.
She was like she was grown. But she acted like a teenager, and she was presented like a shitty teenager. And so the way it's revealed is his friend Ernie shows up and he's like, hey, I gotta show you something.
And then he shows her
He shows her, like, in her room just walking around, and they're like, what the hell? And he's like, she'll do anything. You know, if you pay her, like brush her hair. And I'm like, ugh. And the thing that bothered me the most about all of this was Max had some depth. Like, he had, like, dyslexia?
Yeah, he had a lot more development than freaking Carmen did.
Yeah, but the second that this bitch shows up, he's like, ooh, horny. And they're like, hey, dude, that's your cousin. And he's like, I don't care. And it's disgusting.
Hey, man, actually, we both have known people like that.
Yeah, I have some cousins like that.
So, I guess that's a little more true to life than...
I guess, but it was just, like, that's the whole joke, is that he's masturbating in the corner and drilling holes in the wall.
Oh, yeah, that was too much.
Oh, well, I guess it started when Carmen had friends over, actually. But I don't know, it just hit a peak. It hit a peak that I couldn't handle when the cousin got introduced.
Yeah. There's something I wanted to say about that, but I don't know.
Oh, she's Luann. Okay. I'm here to talk about Jesus.
She was so great. I love Luann.
I love Luann.
God rest her soul. She's dead now.
What?
They're all dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Snake with a hat.
Well...
Oh, does he have a fez?
No. He's just a snack.
Oh, he has like a hat.
Trash snake.
No!
So in the Game Grumps playthrough of this game, John keeps calling them trash snakes. And I don't know why, but it fit the moment I heard it.
I don't think they're trash. I think they're beautiful.
They die. I gotta go get that barrel again. They die oh crap!
You wasted on the snack?
I freaking accidentally screwed up. Oh no, I don't get this one. Anyway, so they die, and John's like, "Oh, snipe ass trash snake! It got us!" And it made me laugh. Also, that was too complicated for me as a kid to do this, because I thought it would crush me, but like me in real life.
And then I ejected the cartridge, but I ejected the cartridge, and my TV turned red, and the game was still playing, even though I shoved the game in my ass.
And then Donkey Kong said, "Cream pie." I can't think of anything. I can't think of a dang thing.
Why are crocodiles always evil? I feel like we've talked about this, but they're in Kung Fu Panda, they're in this game.
The crocodiles aren't evil in Kung Fu Panda.
They're in... Yeah, they are. They're like guards. Or something.
Well, that doesn't make them evil. That just
but they're in like the
like...
second one. They're the minions or whatever.
Is it the second one with the peacock?
So. Yeah, which actually wasn't that good. That was such an in between movie.
Kung Fu Panda's weird.
We like Kung Fu Panda. And we said, let's watch the second one because we couldn't remember it, and then we watched it and said, oh, that's why, because it's not memorable.
Skadoosh.
Literally that movie was please make us money, and they were like, but we want to work on this one, and they're like, fuck you. So they made this movie about the evil peacock guy that doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then the end of the movie, they're like, Panda time. And I thought Mists of Pandaria was another movie.
Donkey Kong's getting hyped to die. Haha, I made you think.
You know, I don't need this kind of stress in my life.
I was stressed earlier.
I want to see Harambe live. What happened earlier?
Yeah, something happened earlier.
We waited for the Uber.
Oh, yeah.
No, not Uber. Uber costs too damn much.
Yeah, don't die, Donkey Kong.
You guys have a lot of nerve,
well,
Uber.
See these lumps here? Each one of them holds a bunch of bananas, and I lost DK, so I can't get it.
Right, so Lyft, it was like, oh, you're gonna wait like 16 minutes for this driver. I said, okay. Or it said like, what? Like 17 minutes? And then it got down to 11. And then it was like, just kidding, 16 minutes for a different driver. I said, okay. And then they did loop-de-loops in the parking lot on the map. And then it got us to a different driver. And that driver didn't move
well,
either.
I just walked right into that guy.
Yeah, you did. You kissed him on the mouth.
I was going to say, I kissed that fish.
But they were like, yeah, this guy's going to take 20 minutes. I said, alright, but he's got a Prius. Yeah, alright, whatever. So I'm sitting there yelling at my phone, being like, where is this man with his Prius? And then it changed our driver again. And I was like, well, okay. And then a Prius came into the parking lot, drove around, looked around, didn't say anything to anybody. It was a
Lyft driver.
Yeah, but it wasn't listed on our thing anymore, so I guess his thing screwed up too. I don't know, but he came in, he looked around, he left, and I was like, goodbye, Prius, man.
To his credit, he did show up and wait even though he didn't have a fare. So that was cool of him. To just, like, follow, like, the rules.
I guess, but his thing had already, like, he'd already been off of our app for, like, 10 minutes, so I was very confused why he was there.
Yeah, we switched drivers, like, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
That was really annoying.
Minor inconveniences, really. I mean, it was just because we were trying to avoid getting on the bus, because the next bus wasn't coming for an hour, so we at least shaved that time down.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we didn't have to deal with crackheads. Except the ones behind us.
Except for the ones behind us who were doing huge drug deals.
Just in the open being like, yeah, I measured these bags before I left the house. I don't carry it on me, like, all the time, because, like, you know, it's kind of heavy, and, like, you know, I measure my stuff, so if you need anything, like gold, you know, like, I got you. And I was just like, wow, I'm hearing a lot more than I need to. I really hope that they don't, like, know that I'm eavesdropping.
I mean, you were nearby. I just don't think he cares.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there thinking, like, I just want to go home, yo. I don't care. I don't freaking care. We're not gonna fix the world by throwing everybody in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just shoot them.
No.
What?
Only if they're like Bill Cosby.
Okay.
So.
I thought I don't know why, but KON came on screen. I thought it said Obi-Wan.
Is he a tuna or a swordfish?
He's a swordfish. What do you mean?
Because don't tunas have a pokey?
No, if I'm right, tunas are freaking massive.
Okay. What the hell is that?
That is an Octoman.
He's spin.
I want to point something out. I've lost the ability to say octopus.
Really?
Yes. My first instinct now is to say Octoman.
I say doggo.
Really?
Well, no, today when we went to the comic store and that dog was under the table, I was like, he's a dog.
No, you said doggo.
Did I?
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Skip half the level?
Don't. Yes. 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 Okay. Yeah. Woohoo! That was rad.
That was kind of cool.
Service dogs. Do not cry because you don't get to pet them.
Please do not pet service dogs.
And when somebody tells you no, that doesn't mean you get the right to call the cops.
Is it time to talk about Karen?
Bruh, why are there so many?
We have it really easy in this country. Like, really easy. And at the risk of sounding like somebody's father, we have it really easy in this country. No! I have to thread the needle. I threaded that needle. No! Stay back, you.
Oh.
Speaking of dogs.
Speaking of dogs. Oh my god.
If I time this right, I could bang.
Ruff.
Listen to them going nuts.
They breathe. They whine.
They are dog. Oh, God. Alright, well, I lost the second trick.
Are they gonna hop up?
They might.
I can't tell.
Hey, how you doing?
There's one.
There's okay.
Oh. I don't.
Special guest dog friend. We should probably. Good night, kids.